act like I'm on crack. Let's do another chapter of Alxproverbs. We did 23 last time. 24 is kind of boring. Personal hygiene. We kind of think it's associated with taking a shower, but there's a lot of stuff that goes into personal hygiene, including thoughts, because thoughts become actions and actions become habits. So we're going to skip all that because that's kind of both basic and maybe awareness 102, right? Chapter 25 is dabble in the arts. There's so much beauty in the world. We're going to skip that chapter. I don't feel like talking about that. Chapter 26 is pick your role models. We'll do that one. Pick your role models. Chapter 26, Alxproverbs. We need to follow someone that has walked our desired path in relationships, financials, health, and spiritual matter. Pick the correct role models. Your life is a chain of learned behaviors and opinions. The hottest topic, or besides the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl, the next hottest topic is Epstein files and the missing children and the questionable fast food meat, right? At the moment, it's crossing over from rumors and conspiracies into holy shit, there's a lot of evidence. And as we are finding out, there's a lot of people that we look up to, that lead us, that are in charge of us, that make decisions on our behalf, that collect our tax money, that we have designated as role models, and we follow their leadership. And we have found out that evil has no depth. It just keeps going. It just gets deeper and deeper. It's all consuming, right? But Bible says that when sin fully grown leads to death, which is why we talk about improving your character so that you don't rot from the inside because you have a poisonous core. But there are also good role models, right? There are good leaders, there are good celebrities, there are good people that we can look up to. And should we kind of be more gravitated towards positive ways of thinking, pro society, pro humanity, pro life? I think those are good directions, and mainly because they're, what is it, the longevity of it all, right? Like, do we want to destroy humankind, or do we want to flourish and multiply and handle the world and take care of everything here and thrive amongst each other? Well, shit, right? One of these ways just can't last for too long because people are not as stupid as we look. And perhaps we are as stupid as we look. But 2026 came about. We're in the mood for a shift of things, so we're discussing new ways of how to handle such matters. Let's see what Alxproverbs chapter 26 has to say. Pick your role models. The journey you're on is uniquely yours. But one of the most valuable pieces of advice anyone can give you is don't go it alone. The path to success, happiness, and fulfillment doesn't have to be a solo trek. One of the keys to navigating life's challenges and achieving your desired outcomes in relationships, financials, health, and spirituality is learning from those who have already walked the path. Role models, mentors, people who have walked the road before you, learned the lessons, and who can help guide you towards your goals. You see, life is a chain of behaviors and opinions. The way you act, the way you think, the way you approach challenges, it's all influenced by the people around you. people you admire and the people you follow, the people whose values you embrace, will shape the direction of life you take. Whether you realize it or not, you are always learning from someone. That's why picking the right role models is crucial. I'm glad Hollywood is being exposed for being cannibalistic and eating pizza, right? And doing all these satanic rituals on children and each other. Um yeah, one of my fears is interacting with an unrestrained celebrity, right? After witnessing what P. Diddy and the likes and the people who have turned blind eye to to a lot of abuse and a lot of morals being overlooked, like some of that is coming to the surface, right? Like at the moment we're discussing the sickest of the sickest, and it's crazy how we have a tolerance level for death, for disrespect, for torture, for abuse of all beings on any scale, and we have a scale of tolerance like, oh, okay, so some of it's kind of okay, some of it's frowned upon, but it's not our business. Some of it pisses me off, so I gotta punch a redheaded stepchild in the face or something, you know. Don't do that. We're currently trying to get away from violence against children. The power of role models. Yeah, when you put your kid in daycare, who is the teacher? What are they teaching? Um, when your child is at school, who is shaping their minds and what are their core beliefs, right? That's kind of a dangerous thing if you think about it, because it seems like the more college education you have, the more liberal you become because it's the hottest thing to be, right? You're anti systematic going through a fucking college campus, being processed as a number, as part of the cattle that gets programmed, right? And then you wonder why you don't feel special after you graduate. And then some of you go become teachers and you try to pass on this information, right? And it has progressed quite a bit. We're doing pretty good as a society overall. And 2026 is a wonderful year because awareness is a wonderful thing, right? The more we know, the better choices we can make. And what we do know is that we do not want to be fed human meat in our food system. We don't want to be genetically modified through our food system, through our air system. We do not want our children to be harmed, go missing, and used for entertainment purposes or all sorts of deviant behavior for people who think they're above the law, or humans who think that they're above humanity, like who think they're gods. And yes, to some degree we are made in God's image, but so is the man next to you, so is the child. Like the whole process of humans being gods is we are aware, we can predict the future, we can shape the future, we can reflect on the past. So our awareness isn't survival mode, must eat grass, poop, you know, must eat more grass. Ooh, green leaves, must eat green leaves. Like we have an awareness, we have a way of interacting, we have bonds, we have a soul, which is kind of unique for a being, right? We have a concept called afterlife. We grieve death. We take it seriously. We take karma seriously, right? Because as the pendulum swings one way, it has to swing another. That's the principle of balance. Just as there's hot, there's cold. Just as there's negative, there's positive. There's good, there's evil. And we are finding out the degree of evil. And we are finding out that the people that lead us also eat us. It's kind of entertaining if you're into that. I'm not into that. I'm sticking to the core, which is how I'm at least vocal, because I'm not allowed to be violent. Somebody is though. Some of you is crazy enough, which is why if we have 10 million people pissed off, hopefully like one or two take action, or a million people take action, and then we at least have a better tomorrow, and then we can consider a better path moving forward, and then perhaps we can survive the judgment of God, being washed out, volcanic fucking eruptions all the way around us, another world war, and nukes being dropped everywhere. Like, we will wipe each other out. Evil, evil butt heads with good, and unfortunately, living unbothered somehow pisses people off. So if you're out here just minding your business, while motherfuckers are still trying to kill you, people are still hating you, people still will go out of their way to just do you dirty, because some people are just like, they have a purpose. They feel like they have a purpose, or they're really sick on the inside, or they're struggling with something up here, and which is how we're complicated beings, and things have to be discussed. To what degree are we allowed to be sick and twisted, though? To what degree is murder not murder? you know, like, do we stop it at abortion? Do we stop it at child sacrifices and torture? Do we stop it at 18-year-olds and older, like a full-grown man? Is that considered a murder? Like, at which point in the human life do we pronounce judgment? At which point does God pronounce judgment? Like, how angry should we be, right? And so far, the very people who tax us, who tell us what to do, who tell us what to believe and what music to dance to, they're the very ones who are just out here bobbing and weaving through society, um, picking picking whatever they want to do for entertainment with whoever the fuck, right? So currently, that is our role models, that is our leaders, and that's not all of them. Some of them do have values. Good ones are popping up. We are running into we are running into, I guess, the inevitable destruction of it all, right? Some shit is just not sustainable, and we do know this. If you are a businessman, if you're a leader of any kind, you understand that just doing some things that are not sustainable are just not a good idea for the longevity of it all. So, and some of us are just so mentally gone that we don't give a fuck. We know we're going down, so we might as well take 1,000 people with us, right? Because I don't want to be alone. The fuck? I don't want to go to jail by myself. I don't want to just be singled out by myself. So let me have a couple hundred people at least bearing the weight of shame with me. And that's a cool strategy. You guys got it figured out. However, the continuation goes after lifetime. So the lifetime is kind of the tryouts for how you're going to like spend eternity. I don't think your soul decomposes, but the energy of you still lives on somehow. And are we going to be aware of how dirty we did each other for a long time? Is that kind of the principle of Christianity, right? Like, dang, okay, we kind of do each other dirty. Let's set up some boundaries. Oh, okay, well, ultimately, something must have made us, so let's attribute some glory and power to that and consider what he might have to say. Oh, okay, he said to live a good life, you must not kill, not covet, not steal, not blah, 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 right? And don't have any other gods beside the creator. And we're like, no, we're gonna do whatever the fuck, because we're humans, we're part God. And some of you guys think that you're more important than the others. And I low key too do too, because I have wrote a couple books, I have come up with some ideas, and I have had some thoughts alone where I thought 99.9% of life and humans will never think this thought, and it's just such a simple twist of words that have set my mind free. And therefore I tried to share some information, because although I'm trying to establish a good foundation and chase riches, I'm I guess the biggest discussion has been, what's a good foundation? What can last for a while? What's a win-win-win situation, right? In business, if the seller wins, the buyer wins, and the society at large wins, that's a win-win situation. But if the if one party is getting over on each other and technically only one winner in a business transaction, well, that doesn't last for too long. Okay, the importance of choosing role models, the role models in relationships, role models in financial matters, role models in health and wellness, role models in spirituality, the impact of good role models. Let's do that one. Um, yeah, so if we have an entertainer, if we have a singer who just speaks to my emotions because she also has been brokenhearted and I can feel her deeply, I love her song. Therefore, I'm gonna resonate with everything she says, even though some of it isn't quite what I believe, or I don't have the 100 million gap, the $100 million follower count or likes or whatever gap, right? So here's me with fucking $100 in my account and 2 likes on every on in like 10 of my posts, versus a celebrity with $100 million in their account, 100 million followers, and likes all over, super famous and successful. Like, is her perspective going to be drastically different than mine, right? Am I going to have the same dilemma of, I had to wait for my private jet to fuel up because the pilot's an idiot? Like, I might have to replace a pilot. Versus me, like, I know McDonald's is bad for me, but they have a $6 meal. Like, fuck, I need to eat something. Like, we have different perspectives, right? And I might have $200. You'll never know. I might I might have less. So I'm just fasting at the moment until next Friday when payday hits or something. So I wouldn't claim to be a role model of any kind to anybody. I'm just simply a guy who both asks the questions, but then suggests a train of thought. Because A, I don't think I'm an idiot, but B, how come we have so many fucking problems and nobody thinks of the basics? The impact of a good role model. Role models don't just guide you, they shape you. They help you build the character, mindset, and habits that will carry you through life. A good role model provides you with framework to make better decisions. They are lighthouses that keep you on course when the waves of life try to throw you off track. But remember, a good role model isn't just someone to follow blindly. A true role model challenges you to think for yourself, to push your limits, and to create your own path. They should make you want to be better, not because you're perfect, but because they show you what's possible. They give you the tools, the knowledge, the encouragement you need to reach new heights. Heights. It's still technically morning, so my voice has a little bit more of a to it, um, instead of a. Anyway, so it's been 20 minutes. You guys be tripping. Some of you really watch this shit. Anyways, I'm a Christian, so I think my words have power. So I speak, and sometimes things take action, and I love it. Happy 2026, you guys. We'll get to the root cause of some of this bullshit, huh? We need to. Got you.